Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of Meta Market Weekly. I'm Justin, along with our co host, Fernando. We are excited to be here. There's a lot happening in the market. We've been waiting for it for a while. We saw a catalyst yesterday, and now we've seen a plummet. How far and how low will we go? We're going to answer those questions and a lot more today. Hey, Fernando, how you doing?
Hey Justin, I'm doing a little better. As you know, on the weekend I kind of had a cold and a little bit of a fever.
Yeah,
But I'm feeling not much better now, but I'm feeling a little bit better. So that's I'm thankful for that.
good.
And as always, I'm very excited to be here. Today is going to be a very special podcast because, yeah, like you were saying, after weeks, maybe months of talking about this supposed crash that was supposed to happen eventually, we're finally seeing it.
Yep.
Our guest of honor just arrived. And it's crazy because last week, I started to see on my indicators that there was, buying pressure. People started to buy crypto a lot last week, and I'm pretty confident that the crash that we're seeing today and that we're probably gonna keep seeing tomorrow and for the next couple of days has something to do with what happened with FTX, and we're gonna get to it in a little moment.
Yep.
So yeah, today, like I said, it's going to be an amazing podcast. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about what happened to FTX. I'm gonna give you my analysis on the price movement of the market, and if there's time, I'm also going to be talking about what I said I was gonna talk about the forks of like Bitcoin Cash, and all the good stuff. And I think you also wanted to talk about some topics, right?
Yeah. I just want to talk about overall fundamentals. What we're looking at in the economy right now, specifically what I've been anticipating for a while. It's kind of the guest of honor showed up in the same week, but these mass layoffs that I've really been seeing coming for quite a long time,
Yeah.
and we're starting to see that with some of these big Wall Street tech companies. So that's going to have a major impact, obviously, on the economy as a whole. And yeah, just something to keep everybody kind of eyes on. So yeah, let's dive into some analysis. It's been a crazy 36 hours.
Yeah, super crazy. Awesome. So let me start by opening my trading view, and let me put my phone on mute because someone keeps calling me. Sorry about that. Awesome. So yeah, like I was saying, for the last couple of weeks, months, I've been expecting a crash to happen. And I personally thought it was gonna happen, by the end of October or mid-November. And well, we're already almost near mid-November and it's happening. I last podcast I was telling our viewers that I would probably wait until after the CPI release of the numbers, which is going to happen tomorrow, before buying any coins, because usually after they release the numbers, the market gets very volatile, and usually it's something that can move the market either upwards or downwards. Most likely tomorrow's going to be the final nail in the coffin for the we're gonna hit bottom. And when I say the final nail in the coffin, I'm not saying that crypto's dead. That's far from it. But like I've been explaining in most of my podcast, and explaining when I'm talking to people, is that uh cryptocurrencies have a market cycle of 4 years. So it's always 4 years, and it's 2 years going up and 2 years going down. And right now we're still in the process of going down, and it was expected, like I think like 3 or 4 podcasts ago I was explaining how from the highest, the all-time high to the new time low, it is usually about a year. And I'm gonna show you my stats, so it's if someone didn't watch that podcast, it's gonna be more obvious if you see it right now. So let me show you guys real quick. So in the last cycle, which was from 2017 all the way to 2021, 22nd, the all-time high for crypto was in December 19. And this was the all-time high for Bitcoin. And then we hit the all-time low in December 12. So it was maybe like exactly 7 days before we hit the year mark, before we hit the all-time low. And it's been like that, ever since. If we go back to the cycle from 2013 to 2017, all-time high was December the 3rd, and the all-time low was just a second, January the 15th. So on the previous cycle, it was like a year and a half, a month. So it's usually always like a year, give or take. Could be some extra days. And I don't feel it's going to be any different this time. If we go to the all-time high from this cycle, from 2021, that was November 10th. And now we're November 11th, and we're hitting rock bottom almost. Not yet, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna hit the rock bottom either today or tomorrow or sometime on the weekend. But we're already there. We're definitely already there. So for those of you who are waiting for a good time to buy cryptocurrencies, to capitulate and buy at the very bottom, I am very positive that we're very, 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 very close to the bottom. Also, as I always say, it is nearly impossible that you're gonna sell at the very top and buy at the very low. But right now, you're having a once in a lifetime opportunity to buy near the lowest lows. Right now, the price of Bitcoin is around $16,700. I still believe that we still have maybe not a long way to go down, but there's still some space to go down. If you see here, this yellow bar, this indicator, this is called the price range, and I created some ranges for major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance, for all of you to more or less have an indicator where's a good spot to buy your favorite cryptocurrencies. And I'm gonna show you right now. So this range is going all the way from 14K down to 10K. So once you see the price of Bitcoin is moving towards this area, I would definitely buy. I wouldn't buy right now because I know that it's still gonna keep going down. And like I said, tomorrow we're gonna have the Fed release the CPI numbers, and that's gonna have an impact on the market.
Yep.
So definitely it's gonna keep going down. And like you and everyone, well, I hope everyone knows by now that the market does whatever Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin goes down, everyone goes down with it. So
except for Meta One.
except for yeah. So that's a great point to add. So if we go to the Meta One exchange right now, we can see there was a tiny drop, but it was like $2. It was really nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
It was nothing. And part of the reasons why is because Meta One is not only backed by our technology, but it's backed by gold. So there's something backing up the actual value of the coin. And I'm not saying that other coins don't have value. They do have value, but it's just their technology. So Bitcoin is backed by its technology. Ethereum is backed by its technology. All these other cryptos are backed by technology, but it doesn't have physical, like gold. It doesn't have gold backed value. So whenever it goes up and down, it goes up and down due to utility, adoption, and other stuff that are more volatile. And not just with crypto. I mean, if you look at the stock market right now, you're gonna see that the biggest losers are tech stocks, because the tech stocks are more speculative, in the sense that you're trying to measure an actual value between what it's worth right now and future value.
Yeah.
It's like saying, for example, the metaverse. Well, right now it's valued, I don't know, like 10 billion, 20 billion. I'm being hypothetical, but in the future, once there's adoption and all that, you're saying that it's going to be worth trillions of dollars. So it is harder to find the actual value of that stock between what it's worth right now and the future value. So it's very volatile. But if we go, for example, with a stock that is not a tech stock and is more like an industrial stock, like PepsiCo, which it's the stock of Pepsi, you can see that it hasn't even barely, it's even winning. Right now we're at a recession. Like this is the beginning of 2022, and it's further up than it was at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
And the reason why is because tech stocks and industrial stocks are not the same. And the reason why is because industrial stocks have something that actually backs up the price, the production, food, materials, and all that. And in a way, Meta One is also well, it's not an industrial stock, but it has something that backs up the price, which is gold. So it behaves not only like a tech stock, but it also behaves like, I would say, like maybe like a commodity, because there's something behind it.
Yeah.
And that's something very interesting to learn. But that's another topic. I don't want to get too much into it right now. I'm gonna continue with my analysis. So definitely, if you're looking to buy some Bitcoin right now, I will probably buy at 14K, because even it is very likely that it will go further below, but I don't want to take the risk, because if it goes further below, or maybe if it doesn't go further below and then you want to buy, you're gonna have to buy it at a different price. And the other day I had a customer, and we were talking about in the Meta One exchange, and he was complaining to me saying that, hey, I placed a buy order to buy Ethereum at a certain price, and it never got filled, and the price then went up. I want you to give me the price that give me a discount to buy the Ethereum at the price that I had created my order. And I told them, no, that's not possible, because it is your responsibility to decide at what time you want to buy the asset. If you want to buy a stock from Apple right now, and then the price goes up, if you didn't buy when the price was low, then there's nothing you can. I mean, you're not gonna complain to the exchange. You're not gonna complain to Apple. You're not gonna complain to anyone, because it is your decision. In a way, you're gambling to decide if it's a good time to buy right now, or if it's a good time to buy later. So I'm not gonna take that big gamble. Once I see Bitcoin is at 14K, I'm gonna start buying. Like I said, it could go all the way down to 10K, maybe a little bit lower. The other day I found like a pattern. Let me see if I can find it right now one more time. Somewhere around here. Let me see. Just move this line. Yeah, it could be somewhere around, yeah, maybe like 8K. I don't know. The other day I found a pattern that was telling me that could go a little bit lower. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, definitely, like I was saying, you're never gonna buy you're never gonna sell the highest, and you're never gonna buy the lowest. So this is a good price range for Bitcoin. And for Ethereum, I already have my price range here. I'm expecting the price range to be between $900 and $500. This is a good buying price range. And for Binance Coin, I have somewhere around $210 and $183. So these are the price ranges that I'm giving for the market right now. Like I said, I'm very confident. I'm super sure that the market's going to keep going down. If it does not keep going down today, it's gonna keep on going down most likely tomorrow after the release of the CPI numbers. And I also want to show with you guys some indicators that will let you know more or less why I'm also feeling this way. So let me show you the heat volume. Okay, the RSI and the QQE. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, there's a clear indicator that there's a massive amount of people selling right now, but a huge. It is not normal that we see a day where the heat map goes to red. So far, if we measure from the beginning of this year until today, we've only had 3 candles like this. So right now, if you're on futures and you're shorting the market right now, it's an awesome time to short the market. Massive amounts of people selling right now, but massive, like incredible, huge amount of people selling right now. The RSI right now is at 28%. So as I've said before, the RSI is an indicator that lets you know if an asset is oversold or overbought. If it goes above 70%, it means that it's overbought. If it goes below 30%, it means that it's oversold. However, even though it's oversold right now, I still believe that there's more room to go down. As you can see here, the other day, the RSI reached 20%. I'm expecting 20% to be a good indicator to buy crypto. And also, I mean, if you're not going to buy Bitcoin, if you're going to buy other cryptocurrencies, like maybe like Phantom or, Byte, Voyager, Waves, or any other cryptocurrency, I would advise you to use Bitcoin as an indicator as to when to get it to the market. Once you see that Bitcoin is, at 14K, then start buying whatever crypto you're thinking on buying. Because like I said previously, whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the market does. Yep. And if you just focus on watching what Bitcoin is doing, there's going to be a clear indicator for you to know when other cryptocurrencies are less volatile. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you want to add anything to everything I just said.
No, I'm in agreement with you. I think Bitcoin I think it's going to be 12, but that 14 to 10 range is definitely, I think, exactly where it's going to be. And I just want to remind everybody that, once we hit bottom, don't expect to be at all-time highs in a few months. It's going to take time. Yeah. There's this old saying, the bull goes up the stairs and the bear goes out the window. And the bull markets are always months, sometimes years, and bear markets happen in a blink of an eye. Yes. So just remember that it's patience wins the prize, right? So when you buy in at whatever level you're going to buy in at, just be in for the long run, unless you're day trading or something. Because it's going to take some time. We're not going to see 30, 40, 50, 60,000 Bitcoin for quite a long time. It's going to take some time to get back to those levels. And I think the catalyst for kind of our final drop will probably be tomorrow when the Fed comes out with the CPI numbers, because I don't think they're going to be positive. So, and then also, I think it will depend as well, at least a big time for at least this country, on kind of what ends up happening with the rest of the election, because there are still several key seats in Congress that are not, that the races are not decided yet. And that kind of creates some apprehension in the markets, at least in the American markets. So yeah, I think I agree with you. I think that we'll probably see, I don't know, maybe by the end of the week or over the weekend, like you said, we'll see kind of our $14,000 to $10,000 range of Bitcoin. So yeah, crazy ride.
Yeah, and I agree with you. What you just said to our viewers, that don't expect the market to go up really quick, very soon, because it's not gonna be like that. It's probably going to stay. Actually, let's look at the past. Let's see how the market behaved on the past. So once we hit the bottom, it started moving. Okay, this is December. Like 5 months after. So it might be different this time. I don't know. I cannot read the future, But what I do know is that, we're going to hit the bottom and it's going to be quiet for a while. And, that's not definitely a bad thing. If you're working and you're making money, that's a good opportunity for you to dollar cost average, your whatever you're buying. It gives you time and the opportunity to keep buying more crypto, buying more stocks, buying more whatever you want. And eventually the market's going to go up again, because what we're doing here, not just Bitcoin, Meta One, we're creating a better future. We're creating a technology that is going to save the world from corruption,
Yeah.
an immutable, unhackable technology that's going to make the world a better place. So I have zero doubt that, the market's going to recover. I'm actually super happy and super excited to see that finally, after, like 10 podcasts of me saying that the wolf is coming, the wolf is coming, and it never did. And eventually, finally, the wolf came. I'm super happy because I did not sell at the top, but I sold, maybe when Bitcoin was like around 40K, and I made some good profits. Not as much as I would have liked if I sold at the top, but I'm still learning. I'm learning new ways to find indicators to tell me when to sell and all that good stuff. Either way, I'm happy. I made good money and I left some USDT on the side waiting for this moment to happen. And now that it's finally happening, I'm very happy that I'm going to be buying more assets. I'm going to double down on many cryptocurrencies, buy more Meta One, buy more Phantom, buy more BNB. And I'm super happy because I'm thinking not only on the present, but I'm thinking about the Fernando of the future. Where is he going to live? What car is he gonna drive? So it is always very important for you and for everyone to not just be in the present, also think of your future. And like I said the other day, there's an old Chinese proverb that says, "Never let a good recession go to waste."
Yeah.
This is a great recession that we're going through, and like Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful, be fearful when others are greedy. So
Yep.
that's what the master says, and I'm following his advice. I've done it before. This is gonna be the third cycle that I'm a part of, and I'm very happy. I'm very excited that we're finally reaching the bottom. And yeah, let's see where the future takes us, the near and the long-term future. But before I go to the next topic, I wanted to let you guys know that there's something happened like 2 or 3 days ago that is most likely the reason why the market started going down. And it is that one of the major exchanges in the world, and I think if it's not the biggest in the United States, maybe it's like the second one. The name of this exchange is FTX. It's going insolvent. So before we had Voyager and Celsius and Three Arrow Capital go insolvent, they were leveraging customer funds. They were betting with their money, which is completely I mean, that's like fraud if you ask me, but I don't really know how the law applies in these cases. But they were using customers' money to leverage the market, and they got liquidated. So then came FTX, and they bought Voyager, and I think they bought Celsius, and now it seems like they were doing the same. They
Yep.
were leveraging customer funds, and they got liquidated. And the owner of Binance came out like 2 or 3 days ago, and he said, we're liquidating our FTT holdings because there was something going on. I'm going to share the tweet with you guys. It's a whole thread with all the information. And after that happened, after they liquidated their FTT tokens, FTX, all their funds, all the projects from Alameda Research, which is the company that backs the FTT token, which has tokens like Solana, Aptos, Serum. All of these coins started crashing, and even more than what's going on right now. I'm going to show you guys real quick, the price of FTT token, which is the token from FTX. If we look at it, it took a massive dive, from $22 all the way down to $3. So we kind of did we had another Luna fiasco event. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So it was, it was terrible. And I've been hearing from a lot of customers from FTX that they're not allowed to withdraw their funds anymore. I know someone that had like $1 million on FTX. He's not allowed to withdraw the funds anymore. So it's it's terrible what's happening to the FTX company. It's terrible what's happening to the FTX token. And this is also a great indicator for us, for everyone, to understand why we need decentralized exchanges like Meta One.
Yep.
And we need more decentralized exchanges, because when you are using a decentralized exchange, you are always in control of your private keys.
Yep.
And when you're using a centralized exchange, they hold your private keys, they hold your coins. There's this old saying, not your keys, not your coins.
Yep.
So this is what's going on with the centralized exchanges. I mean, I still trust Binance. I trust EC. I think it's the best centralized exchange in the world, but you never know what's going to happen. So this is why we always recommend to use the centralized exchanges. And I think that in the next bull market, the centralized exchanges are going to be golden. I'm pretty sure Meta One is going to be, even better than gold, because not only are we a greater technology that is backed by gold, we're at the centralized exchange, and that's going to be a very hot topic in the in the coming bull market. And the reason why is because we already saw on this cycle that major exchanges like FTX, Celsius, Voyager, and all those big exchanges, because they were very big, they were valued at over $1 billion. I think FTX was valued like at $10 billion. They all went down. So yeah, in the near future, decentralized exchanges are gonna be the way to go.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Absolutely. It's be your own bank, be your own vault in our case. Be be in control of your money, and centralization, not, we know how that goes. We've seen how the history books have shown centralization is not our friend. And it's really important to really pay attention to what you're using and how you're using it, and what their practices are and all those sorts of things, because like you said, this is now what, the fourth overvalued over 1 billion crypto exchange or company that has gone under in this bear market, and that's pretty crazy. So well, I'm hoping all those FTX users out there, I hope things get resolved for you, so that you can move on with your life. And yeah, we live and learn. The wonderful thing for us is not only are we ahead of the curve with a lot of this stuff, but I really enjoy, as much as it's painful for a lot of the world, I look at how can I learn from the Luna situation? How can I learn from the FTX situation? How can we continue on our journey that's never ending, to strive to be better and to provide a better experience and a better solution? And that's what we look at from an objective point of view, because it's really important. And every major mistake that I feel like happens in the crypto space, we can all learn from it and grow from it and do better next time. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And I wanted to talk about the forks.
Yeah.
Last time I had a couple of members asking me, what a fork was. Do we still have time? We do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So a lot of people don't know what a fork is, and I'm gonna do my best to explain it as simple as possible, like what a fork is. So, for example, we have Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin protocol operates a certain way, and Bitcoin is also a community, and it has developers and all that good stuff. So at one point, some developers think that the direction of the project or the protocol needs to go in a different way, and it's the community gets divided, and some say that no, the others say yes. And what happens? they make a clone of that same protocol, and then they divide it, they split it into two, and then we have two versions of the same coin, but the new coin is going to go in a different direction. So it has the same quality as the previous one, but once it gets separated, it's going to start changing. Why? Because certain people within the protocol decided that that they wanted to move in a different direction. Or maybe not even that. Maybe it could be that you had the Bitcoin, and you wanted to make some upgrades, and in order to implement those new upgrades, it's like a spider changing the old skin into a new one. I don't know if that analogy kind of like makes sense.
Yeah, sure. It's like a blockchain having a baby,
Yeah.
and the baby having, a different skin color than the parents do. I mean, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
And
cool. I mean, I really think that the ability to be able to do a hard fork is really cool in some situations, because it kind of celebrates diversity of humanity. There are some times where there's a protocol or technology that's really incredible, but there's a group of people who are doing it one way and they really all love it, but then there's another group of people who maybe don't like that way or want to do it a different way. And then they're able to take that technology, which is open source, which is amazing. That's the amazing part about
yeah.
blockchain technology. And they're able to edit it, change it, make it whatever they want it to, and then create a whole new coin or a whole new blockchain that does different things, that has different applications. And it's super amazing. I mean, there's for example, you're going to talk about, there's a million hard forks of a lot of popular projects like Bitcoin and Ethereum and etc. So
Yeah, I was gonna talk about Bitcoin Cash. So pretty much what happened here, this was a case where it was not a new skin. It was more like you know what, we're splitting into two. Why? Because we believe that the direction of the project should be this one, and the other, I believe, that is this one.
yep.
So it got divided into two. And what happens after a certain block, a new coin is created. And if you were holding Bitcoin, you're holding two coins. So that's amazing, because pretty much you got an airdrop for free money. But the
Yep.
problem is that if the project is not successful, the price might go down, and you could lose money. And
Sure.
this is the case with Bitcoin Cash, that it is not always a great idea to make a fork, because in a world where you already have Bitcoin, why would you want a copy of Bitcoin? It doesn't make sense. But some people thought that this was a better way, and they made the fork, and now they came to realize that, I mean, maybe I don't want to I don't want to discredit Bitcoin Cash. Maybe in the near future it will rise. Maybe in the near future it will live to its potential. But for now, I don't think it's living to that potential. I think it was not as good as Bitcoin. It does not have the amount of liquidity as Bitcoin. It did not reach new heights like Bitcoin. If we're looking at the bull market of 2017 and then the bull market of 2021, it never reached all-time heights. And that could be because there were not many new buyers, or the people didn't think that the project was worthwhile. And if we go to Bitcoin, we see that it reached new heights, and we reached a new all-time high of liquidity, like $70 billion of trading in one day. So yeah, again, like I said, in a world where there's Bitcoin, there's really no need for a fork of Bitcoin. And which that brings me to the next topic that I want to talk about: wrapped coins, like wrapped Bitcoin. For this example, I'm going to use the wrapped Bitcoin. The wrapped Bitcoin is not a fork of the Bitcoin network. The wrapped Bitcoin is like the wrapped version of the Meta One coin that's gonna be available, I think early in January of next year. So the wrapped version of Bitcoin is pretty much, imagine that you're you have a PlayStation and an Xbox console, And for those of you who do not know what it is, it's like a video gaming console. And the people that play Xbox cannot play with the people that play PlayStation, even though the same game exists. Let's say, I don't know, you play Call of Duty, and you have the Xbox and you have the PlayStation, and you're gonna play with your friends with the PlayStation. Why? Because it is a different console. It is a different language. It's like comparing Microsoft to Apple. It's not compatible. So what creating a wrap version is you're kind of like dipping you have the Call of Duty for Xbox, and you're dipping it on PS coding thus. So you're putting the code of the other blockchain onto your blockchain, onto that coin, and you're allowing now your coin to be able to operate on the other blockchain. So for this case, this wrap Bitcoin, this is from Ethereum. So you're pretty much locking some Bitcoins into a vault. You're removing them from existence, and then you're minting this new coin, which is like a bond or a representation of a Bitcoin, but on the Ethereum network. Or you can do it also on the Phantom network or the Polygon network or the Avalanche network. And you can use it to move your Bitcoin faster. You can use it to, stake on DeFi protocols on the Binance chain or whatever you want. And if you ever want to have your old Bitcoin, from the original protocol, from the Bitcoin protocol, you just send it back to the vault, and the coin that you minted, it stops existing, and you get the old Bitcoin coin back. It might be a little bit confusing, and if anyone's interested on knowing more about the topic, you can always leave a comment and let us know. But that's pretty much what it is. It's not a fork. It's just you're dipping into the sauce of another blockchain, that the asset or currency or whatever, and you're allowing it to be able to navigate in other blockchains, and that's what it is.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's the wrapped Bitcoin. It's similar to how we're doing wrapped Meta One, except for the fact that you can't swap native with wrapped, at least at this time. That might be in the future, but it's a way for us to have our coin on Binance Smart Chain, which we talked about last time in detail. I won't go over that again, but that's exactly kind of what we're doing. Is we're going to be minting a certain number of coins, and then when those coins are minted, we are actually going to burn that certain number of native Meta One. So for everybody, what burning means is basically we are eliminating those coins from the supply. So those coins, that certain amount of coins on the native Meta One side will not be available on the blockchain. They won't be able to be purchased or transferred to a wallet or something like that. And then we're creating that same exact amount of wrapped Meta One on the Binance Smart Chain. So the reason why we're doing it this way is it allows us to not dilute our coin, because if you were to just simply create a bunch of extra wrapped Meta One on Binance Smart Chain and not burn coins on Meta blockchain, then you would have, let's say if we created 50 million, you'd have 1,050,000,000 Meta One coins, which is not what we want to do, because that dilutes. That's what Luna did when they had their crash, is they created.
That's inflation. That's pretty much inflation. That's what the US government does when they print money and they don't have anything to back it up.
Exactly. So we're not doing that. We are always going to, as per a white paper, we will always only have 1 billion coins. And we are doing that and keeping that by doing what I just explained. So yeah, we're really excited about it. And that was a great explanation of wrapped coin. Thanks, Fernando.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, this has been an amazing call, and really appreciate everybody for jiving into the podcast today and listening to us. I hope you got something out of it. Remember, this is just education, just our personal opinions. Do your own research, make your own decisions based off of what you feel is best We're all on this great ride together. And there are a lot of exciting things to come, not only for crypto, but also for MetaOne as a project. We're just getting started, and we're happy to have you along with us. So with that, Fernando, do you have any last words?
Just that if you like today's podcast, just leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and if you want us to talk about anything, just leave a comment, and we'll, as soon as we see your comment, we'll talk about it, and we'll prepare something that you're gonna enjoy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff that Fernando said. That's really important. It helps us. And we want feedback. This is all about you and giving you information. So for sure. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for spending some time with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.